Sup dangernoodles, welcome back, and this is part 2 of our Pride Month recommendations. This time I'm going to go over podcasts, and I know not as many people listen to podcasts. I listen to them a lot. I actually listen to them on YouTube, I listen to them on Spotify, and I listen to them on Audible for a little bit, but you know how that goes. It really depends on what your preference is. I also listen to them on Libby, which is a good app to use. So, podcasts. No, not on Libby. That was for audiobooks. Wow, I need a nap. So I'm gonna go over my podcasts. So during Pride Month, I want to do a lot of focus on LGBT oriented content, like what you can do to support, as in content that you can consume in order to support, content you can read to see, and just in general, I know a lot of the books I read and recommend on this channel are LGBT, and as if you've been watching for a while, you know that my system and Callum's system are together and the bodies are both female, and so we're in an LGBT relationship, and a lot of the inner relationships between the two systems are like that, like Jason and Nico. Jason and Nico are hosts, and then of course a couple of the others, which I don't know if I have permission to talk about them right now, so I'm just not going to talk about them. But pretty much today, part 2 of I think 5. Let's see, we've got the books already. This is gonna be podcasts. I'm gonna do TV shows and movies. I think I'm gonna combine them. Music, audiobooks. No, I think I'll just do TV shows and then movies. Podcasts, books, music, and video games. So this is supposed to be a 6-part series. We'll see if I make it to 6 parts. But pretty much what I want to do is I want to go over the ones that I listen to and read. I'm charging this because I have to go to work and I listen to these podcasts while I'm at work, so bear with me. I know, using it while I'm charging, kind of a rough deal. First one I'm going to recommend is Welcome to Night Vale. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, or let me pull up my podcast list, 1 second. I've got a long list. Okay, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, if you're a fan of The Umbrella Academy, if you like cryptids, you like conspiracy theories, you're gonna like Night Vale. I do have to say it is alternative fiction, so it's very there's lots of death in it. As long as you don't mind the creepy stuff, that's fine. You might enjoy it. Our main guy, his name is Cecil Palmer. Cecil Baldwin's the voice actor for him. He's in a romantic relationship with a character named Carlos, who's a scientist, and there's a lot of representation actually in this. There's, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a lot. But pretty much it's Night Vale radio station, and it's a podcast, and it's supposed to be the nightly stuff, and it's released twice a month, I think, at this point. And there's a bunch of books out for it. There is actually a bunch of books out for it. I should have added those. Darn. But it's pretty cool. I like it. It entertains me. It has a weather segment every day. And just there's a lot of things. If you're, I don't know how to. It's weird. It's described as a town where the sun is hot, the moon is beautiful, and we all pretend to sleep while the lights fly over us overhead at night. and it is very like conspiracy theories. Angels are illegal to be mentioned. Just like there's alternate dimensions, there's a desert other plane of existence, there's an evil corporation called StrexCorp. It's just, there's floating cats, there's a glow cloud. Yeah. It's insane. It's pretty cool. I recommend it. And like even, I think I'm in season 6. I don't know. I'm over, what episode was it? I was at episode 100 and something right now. But the sheriff, yeah, there's a sheriff's secret police and a vague yet menacing government agency. But the sheriff right now, their name is Sam, and they're non-binary, so it's like, yeah. So that's the first one I recommend, is Welcome to Night Vale, because it's not super, I don't want to say in your face about it, because like, it's more like regular. It's more like, this is normal, and it is normal, but it's a nice touch that they're not like focusing solely on like, oh, there's a gay romance in here. It's very much like, that's just part of it. That's just part of the character. So, I recommend it for that. Another one I'm going to recommend is Dragon's Reign. This is a podcast that is actually a narrated novel of Wraith Rain's Dragon's Reign book, and it's about dragon shifters and humans, and the shifters are immortal, and humans are kind of like the minority, actually. And it's actually a really interesting concept, but this focuses around, not Caleb. Oh no. What's his name? Caden. Caden becomes the 9th dragon shifter. I'm not going to give too much of a synopsis. Wait. Let me see if there is a synopsis. This is a fantasy gay romance serial story, Dragon's Raid, read aloud by the author. Each episode is an entire chapter, and the entire story will be 140 chapters. How many chapters do they have out right now? Oh! They have 140 chapters out. June 25th. Oh shoot, it comes out tomorrow. Shoot. Alright, and then if we go back to where I am, I'm on chapter like 40 something right now. I'm on chapter... I skipped a chapter. No wonder I was so confused. Whoops. I'm on chapter 46 right now. But they're about 30 minutes long each. She does do this whole thing. She tells you where you can find links to her stuff inside it. It's very well done. Only recently I've noticed that there's a few times, this is a little criticism I have of it, she'll say something and then you can tell that it's spliced another narration into it, because she'll repeat 2 words every once in a while. So she'll say this character's name went, and then there'll be like barely a second, and then I'll say this person went again. And that's the only thing I think, but that's the only something I've noticed recently, all the way up in the 40s. But I enjoy it. It's really good. It's not focusing on the fact that it's LGBT. It's focusing on the romance itself between 2 of the main characters. I don't want to give away names because it's definitely an enemies to friends to lovers kind of, with a lot of strife and stuff. And it's very, if you like dragons, if you like royalty AUs, and if you like heroics, you would like it. So I do recommend Dragon's Reign. Next is, I'm going to recommend The Witch Wave. This sounds a little counterintuitive. There's a reason behind it, though. The Witch Wave is a actual podcast. Well, they're all actual podcasts, but it's a podcast about witchcraft, and it's a feminist podcast. It's very like, very different from things I've heard growing up. And Pam Grossman is the host of the podcast, and she's always bringing in. Pardon me. She's always bringing in guests to talk with about their magic. There's been drag queens, there have been trans members, there have been, and this one's very adult. All of these have had adult themes. Night Vale has had the least adult themes, because it's just like a subtle comment here and there. Sometimes the weather is like, but then Dragon's Reign, there's clearly like some stuff in it. And I mean, it took till chapter 45, but like, yeah, there's some adult stuff in there. And then with the Witch Wave, like, it'll talk about it, but like it's more focused on the magic. And it's about witches and stuff, but there is a lot of guests in there that are LGBT, and that is wonderful. I like listening to it. I can't listen to her. Each of these episodes are like an hour and 17 minutes. They're pretty long. They're pretty nice, though, and they're actually useful. I've actually felt like I've expanded, it's Eldwin, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I feel like I've expanded my horizons learning and listening to people on this podcast, so that's interesting. And then the next one I'm going to recommend are All Vampires Are Gay. Let me read the synopsis for you. I just started this one recently. This is Corwin Rosewood is the one who's narrating, I think. So here's the synopsis. Oh my god, it's a long synopsis. It's PG-14, by the way. Okay, all vampires are gay. Victor Nightingale is a few hundred years old and bored of everything. When he meets a beautiful and mysterious young DJ named Robert, they have an immediate connection. But their new romance is threatened by the supernatural forces brewing on the horizon. From ancient evil vampires to morally grey witches, there's all kinds of dangers in their midst, and someone from Victor's past is the one pulling the strings. Together with their queer gang of found family, non-binary spy Master Samson, asexual fortune-telling oracle Persephone, and trans vampire witch Jinn, they will explore their relationships and emotions while fighting evil in their rainy coastal city. It says that they think it would appeal to fans of Good Omens, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, Our Flag Means Death, Winona Earp, Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, and the originals. They say also fans of other original podcasts like Magnus Archive, Welcome to Night Vale, Adventure Zone, and the Penumbra podcast. They said they recommend it. So I like this one. I haven't been keeping up with it as much. I don't find as much of a pull towards it, but that's probably because I'm a little addicted to Welcome to Night Vale right now. I enjoy it. It's a female narrator, and the person who's reading, and it's narrated by a male. I don't know if that's going to bother people, but it's very... The main character, Victor, is very flamboyant, and you can hear it in the way that things are read, and he's very cocky and stuff, and that's irritating to me, but Robert kind of puts him in his place. I do like it, but I don't like it at the same time, but that's probably because I'm addicted to Welcome to Night Vale right now. While we're on the topic, next one, the Magnus Archives. That one is creeping me out. I haven't listened to a ton of it. I have started listening to it in the past month or so. I do enjoy it. If you like creepy stories and stuff, like, I used to read Reddit Don't Sleep stories and like other stuff I don't want to mention the name of because it's just going to trigger up one of my protectors, but like, it's creepier stories, and they're just... It's said that if you like Welcome to Night Vale, you'll like the Magnus Archive. Magnus Archive kind of creeps me out, but it's like entertaining to listen to, and it's got that nice like even tone the whole time. There's no like... So far anyways. So I recommend that one. Oh, also these past two ones I recommended, All Vampires Are Gay and the Magnus Archive, are also around 30-minute episodes. So the next one is called Mean AU. It's really cute. It's by Procrown Podcast Network. The episodes aren't very long. They're like less than 20 minutes long. And there is 15 episodes. 15 episodes? Yeah, there's 15 episodes. It's about Kate, a cunning plan Cunningham, sparks up an online friendship with a fellow fanfiction writer. It seems like a perfect distraction from a summer stuck in her hometown of Kamloops, BC. Not to mention the coming terrors of her final year of university and the real adult future beyond. Seriously, please don't mention them. After all, Hella Enchanted is funny, smart, and writes canon divergent werewolf fic like no one else. She's everything a fandom could ask for. But what if she's everything Kate could ask for too? This one's also a comedy. It's rated pretty high as well. Not gonna lie, I like it. It's cute, and so that's why it's on the list. There's another one. I haven't gotten around to this one yet, but it is on my to listen playlist. Let me see how many episodes there are. Nope. 13 episodes so far? Yeah, there's 13 episodes so far. Okay, it's called Transmission Folklore. It looks like that. It's really cute. It's an urban fantasy audio drama podcast produced by the Lavender Lemonade Collective about a road trip that is technically a kidnapping, running from a murderous siren, and the intertwined intricacies of LGBTQIA plus identities and magic. Transmission Folklore is a Lavender Lemonade collective production. It seemed interesting when I was looking into it. And it's literally, I have to look more into it, but that's another one you can listen to. This one I love, okay? I will always recommend this. We have 3 seasons, okay, of this, and it's called The Two Princes. First podcast I ever sat down and listened to. First podcast I sat down and listened to all the way through. This is what made me love podcasts. It's called The Two Princes. It's about 2 princes who fall in love. It is an enemies to lovers. It is 3 seasons long. 1, Save the Kingdom. 2, what is the second one about? I'm gonna have to re-listen to it. But each of the episodes are about, how long are each of the episodes? Yeah, they're about 30 minutes long each. I'm not gonna lie, it has a happy ending. There's musical numbers in it. It is great. It is funny. I am thoroughly amused every time I listen to it. The 2 characters are like very distinct in their voices. They have different voice actors for different characters. There's a lesbian relationship at some point. This is one of my favorites, okay? Oh no, I lost my spot. Oh, and then there's Nights. I haven't gotten through much of this one, but it's about lady nights, and I did hear down the grapevine that it is pretty nice. I heard down the grapevine it's pretty nice. It is 4.1 stars, so not as high as some of the other ones I've recommended here, and each of the episodes are less than 10 minutes long, so there's that. So it would be easy, fast listen. But yeah, those are my recommendations for podcasts to listen to during Pride Month, to support, to consume, whatever you want. I do have to go get ready for work. Yeah, I need to get ready for work like 5 minutes ago. But those are my recommendations. Let me know if there's any, like, you know, opinions on some of the ones I recommended, and maybe share with each other different ones if you listen to podcasts. I listen to them while I work because I do mindless stuff and I need to have something going through my brain. But yeah, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. Look out for part 3 coming out soon after this. But yeah, I hope you're all good, okay? Take care of yourselves and just remember to love yourself. That's what matters. I know things are hard right now, but we just gotta keep going through it. Love you guys. Bye.